I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. Yeah, I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to stay ahead of the sugar cane. If I stop walking, y'all, the cane gonna trip me up. Yeah, come walk with me. Save your feet and toes. Yeah, I said, come walk with me. Save your feet and toes. Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they'll cut me up until I'm just a nose. Yeah, come walk with me and save your toes and feet. Yeah, I said, come walk with me. Save your toes and feet. Cause when you walk with me, you can eat the food you want to eat. I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they cut me up until I'm just a nose. Wow! Great ride, isn't? I finally had to let that song out. If y'all go back to maybe a few months back, maybe close to 7 months back, I just sung a verse. This is Ancestor walking with us today. Harriet Jones. This is after Emancipation Proclamation, which is coming up soon. And this is Green. This is Green Cumby. And this is Angeline Lester. And they coming on the walk. I know y'all already started walking and everything. Yes, y'all getting ready for y'all holiday. Whew. I'm free. I don't got that over me. Whew. I'm coming, but y'all already walking. You gotta be already walking. So, okay. Here we go. And we had all the rest. We'll do a full roll call on Kwanzaa. That's going to be a longer walk on Kwanzaa. Oh, I know it's dark. I'm like, there's a darkness in here, and I don't know why. Boop. There it is. Natural light. Yes, thanks for coming on the walk. And saving your toes and feet. Because when you walk, y'all, you can eat the food you want to eat. I'm laughing, y'all, but okay, I'm going to get Tyrone to fix this. I just did it. I kept twisting it back and forth. I do the same thing with this one, but it didn't come off. All right, hold on. So I stored my extortion payments again on the 2nd of the month. I have to pay in case I go to the doctor. Because, let me see how I get this. If I don't pay now, when I get sick, I will either have to pay it myself and they say, fuck you. Pay the doctor myself. Because Medicare say, fuck you. Or Medicaid care Medicare will pay the doctor, penalize me, and increase my extortion. That's what I'm talking about, Hatfield and McCoys. They don't care about the people. It don't matter, Democrat or Republican. A Hatfield and McCoy is a Hatfield and McCoy. And it goes back to the history that they know. They ain't come here because no potato famine or nothing like that. England sent them and the Scots here because they like to fight and they needed someone strong to work on these encampments that house the Moor. England emptied their jails of Irish and Scots and sent them over here so they can be patty rollers. You probably hear when we listen to Remembering Slavery, we hear some of their ancestors. They may mention patty rollers. The grand lie that they made up for why they came over here is not why they came over here. England said, you want jobs? You can be a correctional officer in America. Keeping the enslaved people. Who are enslaved people? Enslaved people are people who are conquered. Conquered people had to have been in control. Equal more. How do you separate a people? How do you separate a people when you conquer them? Ask Germany. You got your German Jews and you got your German Christians. Split right down the middle. They will never get back together to make a World War III. And no doubt, Islamic. Because, honey, men love Islam. Smelling other men's butts every time you go to worship. Hanging out with them. They love Judaism too. Sucking little babies' dicks. Dancing with men. Treating women like trash. Islam too. Christian too. But anyway, my extortion starts. And as a retired working person in America, United States citizen, I have to pay extortion to get a doctor to look at me. But the Hatfields and McCoys are sending $1 billion to a war, but I got something. You gotta be able to see through the Hatfield and McCoys now. Out of that billions that they said is going to the war, quite a few millions is hitting all of their big accounts. They just like to fight. They like a good feud. And they can make a few bucks off of it. I've seen it time and time again with these Hatfields and McCoys. Be they Democrats or Republican, they're Hatfields and McCoys. Their history is coming over here to this country as correctional officers. Not brilliant scientists. All this other made up shit. Oh. Ancestors, I don't know what's going to wake up the descendants of these once mighty people. Gotta get rid of the coats. Oh. So, what does it matter if I eat? What's important is the Ukraine people They get to eat and they get the bone. They are so used to treating me like trash, and I'm so used to allowing them to treat me like trash. Ancestors, please. More's gotta rise, y'all. You gotta tap into these signals. Let me tell you something. Sometimes I feel stifled in this human body. Because the energy I have, I'm like, let's shake this up. This can't stay like this. Everybody knows we pay the majority of the taxes. Listen, I was a single mother with a child. But on my Social Security number, I know now for sure every African American is known who you are and what you are. Your taxes are more than anyone else's. Yes, ancestors. Emancipation Proclamation did the freeing, but we still have the Hatfields and McCoys, and they are correctional officers, police people. That is their history. That's why they were brought over here from Scotland and Irish. Then they were able to say, hey, let me get some. Let me get 2,500 enslaved, conquered people. You gotta rise, y'all. I don't know when I'm coming over there, y'all, but I'm sure. I know y'all shaking it up now. I see it in many ways. I don't want to neglect that. Because you are energy. Energy. If we can't get together on this side to do nothing, maybe on the side of energy, y'all can get somewhere and shake it up like no earthquake has ever done. I'm being extorted. So I work. I finally get Social Security. And I have to pay for a doctor. They'll pay for hospitalization. But I was a medical coder and biller. They ain't gonna cover this, they ain't gonna cover this, they ain't gonna do this, they ain't gonna do this. The Hatfields and McCoys. It wasn't no Revolutionary War. When they kicked out in England, they kicked out, in today's term, they kicked out the prison warden. They kicked out the people who owned the prisons, which was the king, the crown, owned all those, you call them plantations and encampments. They kept all the money from the cotton that the enslaved people made, but it's not supposed to go on this long. It's like if someone, well, they're doing it now. It's like when you go to prison for something, your children who had nothing to do with it shouldn't be in prison. But because you are in prison, they put your child in prison with you. And when you die, your child is in prison. And any kids they manage to have, you know what I'm saying? That's the cycle. That's what enslavement is of the conquered Moor people. You erase the history, but history is never erased. It's in the blood and in the European libraries, honey. I wish I could get some scholars to go down there, read, bring it up. But I'm being extorted. Oh, descendants of great and powerful Moors, y'all gotta come out of this. Ancestors, y'all gotta do something. Y'all gotta do something. And the white people don't care. Oh, yes, they're helping Ukraine. The Ukrainians can eat. The Ukrainians can born. You can't even feed your kids. You can't even pay for motherfucking daycare. The fuck people in Ukraine is more important than you. And that bullshit money they put aside for the programs, the Hatfields and McCoys. Programs for them is their whole family putting something up together so they can scrape this money out. Please. Hatfields, McCoys, they've been ruling since they got rid of the British overseers. The people who made the money from the enslaved. The CEOs said, no, we want to make the money and keep it for ourselves. We want to take these enslaved people and make money for ourselves. And that's why they kicked the Brits out. Not this bullshit story. Oh, the taxes were so high. We didn't want to pay high taxes to the king. Nah. They saw how the conquered people were working and making money for the crown. And they said, wait a minute. We want all that money for ourselves. Get the hell out of here. That's the truth. Oh, the king was putting taxes on the individual, the independent, in the country, in the Denver. Lies. They were COs. Can you imagine? You're a CO. You kick the Brits out. You take their enslaved people. Now you're a motherfucking billionaire. You went from eating shoe leather to trying to eat caviar. But you got a clam brain. Whew. Kwanzaa coming, y'all. Dr. Kareem, I read his name. He was African American. We ain't gonna do all that, but I am so appreciative to him for this holiday. Learn some true history. Who is this? I'll break y'all. I said, come walk with me. Save your toes and feet. Cause when you walk with me, you can eat the food you want to eat. I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they cut me up until I'm just a nose. I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. Yeah, I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to stay ahead of the sugar cane. If I stop walking, y'all, the king gonna trip me up. Yeah, come walk with me. Save your feet and toes. Yeah, I said come walk with me. Save your feet and toes. 'Cause if I start walking, y'all, they'll cut me up until I'm just a nose. Yeah, come walk with me and save your toes and feet. Yeah, I said, come walk with me. Save your toes and feet. 'Cause when you walk with me, you can eat the food you want to eat. I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. 'Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they cut me up until I'm just a nose. Ha ha ha! Yes! This old Moore is back. Yeah, Moore is not a religion like the lies they tell you. I can tell you what it is. Revolutionize music, science, very intelligent people. Always has been. You know why in World War I and II they were so happy? The whites didn't understand it because they still told that they came over here because of some famine or all this kind of bullshit. They never said, yeah, the jails emptied them out. But they were correctional officers. We already went through that in the other half. You know why they were so happy? Because they knew of the Moors. See, when the Moors was conquered and divided, the history was destroyed. But not everyone could destroy the history because it was woven into who and what they are. So they were happy when they saw them brown skin, which they know as Moors, we don't know. They knew the tides to turn on that war. They know. I remember I was once said, oh, African Americans go to Europe and they're treated like wonderful. Because they know. America is an encampment country. They was brought here, yes, the Native Americans were killed off to make room to bring on the conquered people, which were the Moors. It's not a religion. They're not Islamic. They're not Christian. They're not Jews. They're an evolving, intelligent, highly intelligent group of people who revolutionize stuff, who's constantly growing and changing. Just look at the handshake. White people been shaking hands for hundreds of years. Nice to meet you. We done bump, bit, bop, boop, bop, boop. That's what a Moor is. They had their music. We came. We said, beat. Then we said we could all too. Give it that bounce. In the world of medicine, ambulatory blood transfusion. That was a Moor. Stop low grading them and calling them some Islamic, calling them some Christian, calling them some Jews. You're offensive. You're such an intelligent group of people. That's what I said. Oh, why did black people always say they made this country? We did. They brought us here as captured people. But they knew we could do it. Because we had conquered them and did it. Built a great civilization. Oh, I know, Romans all over the place, all over the book. Bullshit on the bullshit. Bullshit on the bullshit. Call them bullshit. Because they won't say Moors did it. They refused. All this made up stuff. They said, oh, why do you think that the white people are always going after you? Because they know the history and you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't ask why. You would understand. Be more respectful. The Hatfield and McCoys. Why is everybody coming to America? They following the Moors. There'll always be creativity. Always be fun. Always be new. Same old, same old. Everywhere else except on the continent of Africa and here in America. You know what Moor is? You see those Japanese people dancing to James Brown, the Great Moor? That's what it is. Brings people together. We don't separate people. That's the Hatfields and the McCoys. Fighting up in the mountains all the time. Look at Ireland. They killed one another for many years. Millions. They killed each other. Over a made-up religion. And one that was raping their little boys. Whew. We don't do that. We're not enslaved any longer. We have to know our history. You gotta see. You gotta see when the kids were home being homeschooled, how they was way smarter coming back into the public school. You have to say without a doubt that the school system is meant to dumb down our kids. And if you can, as an African American, stop sending your kids to public school. Find some kind of way, some kind of how. And you know what triggered it with me? When that Hatfield and McCoy said, we're not going to let them teach about enslavement in school. We're going to erase that part of history. That thing triggered. This old Moor said, what? Y'all still doing this dumb shit? You can't erase history, ass wipes. You can't. Oh, ancestors, when are these descendants of Moors gonna rise up? When, help us. Not when. Help us. Light a flame. Do a spark. Do something. Do something, please. I'm paying extortion fees. Extortion fees. I paid extortion fees all through my working. Just give the Hatfield McCoys money. Just give the Hatfield McCoys the money. Then they fuck, get drunk, do drugs. Fuck, get drunk, do drugs. They don't build up. They don't build up civilization. They don't build up nobody. They just want to make sure that they got money. They got it. and the once mighty, conquering Moors descendants are out here flipping like a fish out of water. And me, this old Moor, is still paying. I'm not picking cotton, but I'm still paying. And now as I'm old, I only got one form of money coming through. And they got that in extortion. Close to $200 a month. Extortion. Because if I don't pay it and say I'm in a car accident, that doctor gonna look at me and say, "You old bitch." To put you back together is gonna cost so much money you gonna be living on the street. That's Hatfield and McCoy Healthcare. I remember when I worked in the hospital, and this lady, she came in, medical bill, and she was working, I think, on a UPS. And the packages fell on her, and it hurt her back. So they brought her in. Whatever they did was $80,000. So they paid the $80,000, but she had to pick up almost $5,000 more on her own. Then, sometime later, I get another claim that I got to put through to the insurance. And it's Oxford again, same woman. And it's not as much. This time, the insurance company paid less, and she paid more. And the next thing I know, for some reason, maybe the person who does Medicare paid was on vacation and I had to cover for some reason. I looked and I said, "That's that lady. That's that lady." And then I was like, in my head I was like, she used to have a job she had at Oxford. She got hurt. Then Oxford paid a lot of money. She wasn't healed when she came back in. She paid more than Oxford. And now she's on Medicaid. That means they fired her. So I guess I should be happy that I'm just paying $200 a month extortion. But there got to be another political party out here that can stop this madness. I ain't never met nobody from Ukraine. Nobody from Ukraine has ever did a fucking thing for me. No, I don't got all that fucking charity. Because I didn't get that charity. Because if I got that charity, my mother would have been able to buy a house. My grandfather would have been able to buy a house. On my mother's side. Let's go. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good luck. Whew. I hate when they say that. Oh, more is Islamic. Oh, more is Christian. Never that. Always much greater than that. Scientists. That's why you can use blood out like they did in World War I and World War II. Saved their World War II. Saved their freaking lives. That's more. Anything revolutionized is more. Because these old Hatfield and McCoy, they stay the same way with the same bullshit all the time. Oh, the war in Vietnam. Oh, the war in Afghanistan. Oh, the war in blah, 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 blah. Oh, the war in blah, 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 blah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. And then the other half is going to go, oh, why all these wars? Why all these feuds? Save your feet and toes. Cause if I start walking, y'all, the cream, and it never did a damn thing for me, and I assure you, never would. Come walk with me. Okay? You already saw what they did to the Africans over there. Stop playing. Yeah, I said, come walk with me. Oh, ancestors, please wake up these descendants. Oh, please. Because when you walk with me, you can eat the food you want to eat. Yeah! This walk is so fast. Y'all. Thanks for coming on the walk, y'all. When I see you again, it'll be Kwanzaa. We're going to do an hour on Kwanzaa. I don't like to be standing on that thing when I hear some beeping. We'll be walking for an hour on Kwanzaa. Well, not walking for the whole hour. We'll walk. We'll take a break. We'll talk. We'll get some water. Then we walk. And through the walk, you know, we're going to listen to the ancestors for 15 minutes. And I tell you, thanks for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Have a wonderful weekend and a happy holiday for y'all. And I'll see you on Monday. Kwanzaa. I said, come walk with me. Save your feet and toes. Cause if I start walking, y'all,